So the court ordered that recollation be done, which the court had the power to do. The court could even annul the results and even order for a rerun or any other consequential order. Now, my party is in court. We're actually in the Supreme Court, praying for stay of execution of the order given by the court yesterday. The police had been served. The Electoral Commission has also been served. But I am scandalized to see the police continue to offer protection to the Electoral Commission. I am further scandalized to see the Electoral Commission continue to do or undertake an exercise for which a stay has been filed at the Supreme Court. Any serious lawyer knows that where a stay has been filed for 7 days, it operates as an injunction for 7 days. I mean, as a people, our courts are a court of record. We operate with rules and procedures and conventions. Now, what I am further saddened about is that you have Electoral Commission officers in Electoral Commission apparel, but who are so biased against the NDC.
What do you mean?
This is what I mean. You have a certain Electoral Commission officer called Ofosuhini, who is the Metro Director in Tema. You have petitioned your office that for ABCD reasons, collation that you yourself superintended twice. The original collation was to have taken place in the Chemu Secondary School Assembly Hall. For some reasons, for your own nefarious activities, people reacted and the processes were truncated. The police had to throw in a tear gas to disperse the people.
I see.
Then you directed that we should now, with the support of the police, or with the consent of the police, you directed now that the collation should restart or continue at the Tema Police headquarters, which is close to the airport. On Monday the 9th, we went to assemble. He will not allow his returning officer, Mr. Brobe, to superintend the process. Mr. Brobe, according to CI 127, is the officer who is mandated in law to superintend the collation and declare. He will completely sidestep him, all right, and took over the process. His conduct, again, is on video. I had to resist him nearly every step of the way. Eventually, he refused to declare the results for nearly 3 hours. In his own petition, upon some duress, he directed his colleague to declare. All that became a subject of a certain court order.
Okay.
Now, we got to the Regional Collation Center in Accra today, and the man says that, as for him, he won't do recollation. He wants to continue from where he left off the last time. So I asked him, are you doing this according to your whims and caprices? Because this exercise is in pursuance of a court order and directed at the EC. So if we are all gathered in here because of this, then the appropriate thing to do pursuant to the court order is to do the retabulation afresh. He won't hear any of it. And he's taken such an interim position supported by the NPP. So we made the point that if these were the issues, they will not be part of such an illegality.
Where was the returning officer?
Then again, that's my next point. The returning officer, Mr. Brobe, came this morning, and Mr. Ofosuhini will not allow him to superintend the exercise. I had to demand. Even then, he rejected my request that he would superintend, that Ofosuhini was his junior officer. But I said that Mr. Brobe was his junior officer. I said he may be your junior officer. But where we are, in pursuance of CI 127, it's Mr. Brobe who is mandated to do the collation and declare the results. In any case, you yourself, you wrote to your superiors, your principals in Accra, that the person who made the declaration in favor of Honorable Ebri Bright was not the appropriate officer. So I cannot sit today to allow another inappropriate officer to superintend the process. He was all over the place. So we had to address the media and we left.
Right. So
we are scandalized to hear that they have actually gone ahead to do this declaration and declared Charles Forson for Tema Central. I don't have the authority of my party, but let me say this on my own authority, that this fight is not over. I can assure them. Look, the Electoral Commission has exhibited clearly that it's become a law unto itself. They neither respect court processes nor respect the terms of orders from a court of law. So this matter has become a political problem, and we shall solve it politically.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? On the 7th of January, I'll give you the answer.
I see. Let's take a few steps back, right? When you say that Ofosuhene had reported that there was some form of duress during the declaration, was the nature of duress described?
You should ask him, because you see, the presence under which the Tema Regional Police Command Coalition was done, in fact, it's more amiable, more serene than what we experience today. Today, you have to go through about 3-4 police barricades to enter the premises of the Electoral Commission. Is that not duress? So my client should also cite the heavy presence of the police as duress. When you enter the premises, police are posted everywhere. In the hall where the collation took place, there were over 30 policemen dotted on the corridor and in the hallways. Even the media were driven out. After I addressed the media, Mr. Shribwa came to drive the media out. How could you be doing such a process in the absence of the media?
I think subsequently they were let in.
Thank you very much. But what would have informed a director of electoral services to drive away the media? Because the media is there to ensure transparency and accountability, in fact, proper accountability. This Tema Central seat that has been declared, my dear, the principle that empowers, or the law that empowers the Electoral Commission to reject ballots, when you go and cast your vote ought not to be rejected, isn't it? But there's the law that says that if you don't thumbprint properly in the spaces provided against the name of the contestant, then your ballot will be rejected. Now they argue that we cannot reject a pink sheet, but I'm saying that pink sheet, an invalid pink sheet, can be rejected.
And I want us to look at that a little later. But Alfred, what's happening now?
So let's go back to the Regional Coalition Center for the Electoral Commission. Alexander Fenyumarkin is addressing the press right now.
The court has ruled, and the constitutional body is doing its work. Let's not overstretch the pillars of democracy through our unlawful conduct. Let all of us conduct ourselves peacefully. For me, Dr. Bawumia has set a positive pace for all of us, the political class. The first time in the history of Ghana's elections that a presidential candidate has conceded long before the official declaration. We've never seen this in our history. So for me, that is one thing that we should all emulate. All these things about leading mob to attack vigilantes, attacking collation centers, insulting people and all that, it won't help us as a country. Sometimes, depending on how it goes, somebody will be happy with it. But you know, with time, it may catch up with you yourself who is benefiting from it today. So I would want to urge my colleagues in the NDC. We are all one family. We are a family. In Parliament, we don't fight. We all debate on issues. When we finish, we go and sit at the coffee area, eat together. Sometimes I wish the cameras would come and capture us there, where we buy food for one another, we eat together. We don't even find out whose food it is. perhaps Ghanaians don't know that as a political class we are one. But at the same time, we should not create a certain impression to our followers that would lead them to be lawless. So let us all accept the process, encourage the electoral body to do its work, so that at the end of the day, democracy will win. Okay. There are times that we are not happy with certain decisions in Parliament, but that is democracy. Mr. Speaker makes determination. You would have to accept. If you disagree, you express it and you move on. So I would congratulate all my 7 colleagues who have won and wish them well. We are going to meet in Parliament. We are now in opposition. We had 82 seats previously declared officially. These 7 adding to make us 89. We have Domiko Abenya pending. We have Ablikumanot pending. We are hoping that the processes will be followed so that we know the final outcome and then we can count our numbers. If the 2 go for us, hallelujah, it brings us to 91. If we don't get the 2, we know we have 89. We'll move on. After all, in the 1996 elections, MPP had 61 seats only from the 200-member chamber. And that 1997 group, as determined as they were, as formidable as they were able to win us power in 2000. So for me, as a leader of government and business, leading my troops, I'm not perturbed at all with this defeat. It's a moment for us to reflect. Politics, there are bad times and there are good times. Today you win, tomorrow you lose. Tomorrow you lose, the next day you win. So we accept it, go into introspection, introspect, look at areas that we went wrong. The party itself will take a decision. National Council, I'm sure, will commission a body to investigate the causes of our loss. When the report comes, I'm sure the recommendations will be implemented and we'll take it up from there. After all, the NDC lost in 2000. The first time of losing power. They didn't give up. They regrouped, they reorganized, to the extent that Mr. E.T. Mensah of blessed memory came all the way, walked to the MPP headquarters at Kokomemle and asked for a copy of our constitution and used that as a model to enact a new NDC constitution. What a beauty of democracy. Through that reforms, you remember NDC those days, they had a co-chair. They didn't have a national chairman. And they did reforms. By 2004, they came in strongly. They were able to even reclaim some of the seats we are taking from them in 2000. For instance, Ashama's seat was ours. Was theirs. We took it. They took it back. Dadi Kotopon, they took that seat back. And some other seats. Fast forward, 2008, they were able to now win back power. And President Mills of blessed memory took power. Then we also went into opposition. 2012, it was give and take. We landed in court. Eventually, the court ruled, and we learned our lessons. That was when this issue of pink sheet came to the fore, that we must pay attention to the pink sheet. Through that, the outcome of the court proceedings and the judgment the court delivered, we read the court judgment, learned our lessons, and in 2016, the rule of the game was protect the pink sheet. Through that, we won 169 seats in Parliament and won massively for President Akufo-Addo, almost 1 million votes, which was also very unprecedented. Because if you compare what President Akufo-Addo had to what President Mahama had in 2012, President Mahama had won with barely 300,000 votes. And we winning with almost 1 million votes was very monumental, very huge. It had never happened before. But fast forward, by 2020, we slipped. We lost a lot of our seats, and it became 137, 137. It was only a single seat, the Formina seat, that gave us a single majority. Come 2024, we've been dealt with. We've seen our smoothness level.
You agree with that?
Of course, the reality must be accepted. That is when you can make reforms. if you don't bring a closure to a situation, you will continue to be in depression perpetually. In every situation, accept.
Okay, sir.
And after accepting it, you can then move on and make changes. Therefore, I believe that with our current status in Parliament going into 2025, we would be very formidable, we'll be determined, act collective, and ensure that all the mistakes are corrected, rebrand our party, and make it attractive, and give hope to Ghanaians. We know we did so well. However, the people of Ghana have marked the script, and they say, go home. We'll do that, and I'm sure that come 2028, we'll make it.
Honorable, but we've had some party members saying that.
Alexander Afenyomarkin, Majority Leader in this 8th Parliament, there with the media. Well, so Kemini, there you have it. He does some mathematics, right? That is, if the declarations today, we understand the NDC is going to challenge it. And because of the stay of execution already applied for or in motion. He says 89 for them. Initially 82, they're adding the 7 seats declared for the MPP today, 89. That effectively then will reduce the NDC's margins to 183 as against MPP's 89 with the 4 independent candidates as well. Awaiting the declarations of Dom Kwabenya and Ablekuma North. Yeah.
I see. Let's take the events we've just seen to our guest here in the studio. Honorable, I'll start with you. You heard the Majority Leader and how he responded to the 7 declarations made for them.
I heard him. I heard some fabrications. E.T. Mensah is not alive today. So who told him that E.T. Mensah walked to MPP office to collect their constitution? We as an NDC were established before the MPP. So some of these lies, Afenyo should stop this conduct. Fabricating stories to spice his press conferences. He should stop. Today he's telling us that we should take the defeat in good faith and go and cool down. When he lost, did he cool down? He went to bring Fantiakwa North from Eastern region to Tesano and got it declared for him with a police motorcade. Today he has maneuvered and got 7 out of 7.
Oh, but they were redeclaration.
Please.
Okay.
When the matter is in court, don't you respect the court process? Today, Afenyo is granting a press conference, giving praises to an outcome of exercises that are subject before the Supreme Court, and is telling me that I should take it in good faith, and that we are brothers. We are not brothers, Afenyo. We are not. We are playing politics with everything, and we shall play politics with you. And I want to tell him that, you see, when he favors the NDC, the MPP, they are all smiles. When he doesn't favor them, they concoct all manner of tactics to get the matter reversed. In fact, the Electoral Commission, the one Samuel Tete had some days ago, and then the one Jemensa had about 3 days ago, they should have told us plainly that, look, as a commission, we have decided that we'll reverse all the declarations in favor of the NPP. Then we would have known. Because what has gone on, so total charade. Total charade. It's a slap in the face of the law. It's a slap in the face of the law such that when you have a matter, you proceed to court, forget it. That's what they are telling us. That they will use executive power to achieve whatever they want. But I want to tell them, they may be in government, but they are no longer in power. Because the power has left them.
But 7th January is 2 weeks away.
Please, they are in government, but they are no longer in power.
Well, then what does that mean?
The power is now in transition onto us. And when we get the power, we'll show them where power lies.
You are threatening them.
I have to threaten.
Why?
Because Threat is part of politics. That is what Afenyo did. Afenyo got Damungo, they got Damungo declared in a very chaotic manner. The Electoral Commission has accepted it. They got Karaga declared in a very chaotic manner. Electoral Commission has accepted it as regular. They declared Tolong in a very chaotic manner. Electoral Commission has accepted it. They declared Pandai. I'll send you the Pandai video. Very terrible. Electoral Commission has accepted it. They want to bring Fantiakwa North from Eastern Region to Tesano, got it declared. Electoral Commission says that is regular. Declaration made by a different officer. Electoral Commission says is regular. But all the other declarations made that favor the NDC today, they have all been overturned. So the Electoral Commission itself has become a referee in this matter. It's no longer a referee in this matter. It's become a participant.
A player in this issue.
And a player. And is supporting one side against us. We will, by all means, as a trained lawyer, will deal with the court processes. But me, as the NDC elected member of parliament, I will advise my people that this matter is no longer a matter for judicial review or judicial resolution.
So the courts can solve it?
It's a political matter. And we have to solve it politically.
I'll come back to you.